Hi, Don. What brings you by our offices?
Well, quite frankly, traffic was miserable today and I hadn't been by in quite a while.
For someone who's transplanted in North Carolina, you sure are a traveler to places like Boston, Chicago, Dallas, and New York. If I remember correctly, where'd you grow up?
I grew up in New England. I'm a transplant Yankee. A lot of my travel has to do with the work that I'm involved in and being a member of Ashi, which is the American Society of Home Inspectors. I'm a board member and an officer, currently the treasurer, which keeps my plate full even on an off day.
Did you spend time in the military?
I did. When I graduated high school, there was a draft, and I decided that it would be better that I select my career path as opposed to becoming a U.S. Marine. There's nothing wrong with being a Marine, I just didn't want to grow up that bad. When I got done in the military, Uncle Sam sent me down south, overseas, and at the end, I was able to go to school and get 2 degrees under the GI Bill. I consider myself fortunate that at the ripe age of 24, I had made some accomplishments that were doubtful when I was in high school.
And how'd you end up being a home inspector?
At one point in my life, I was married and we were going to invest in a large commercial project. We were referred to someone who was a home inspector to go and look at the building. He looked at the building, I wrote him a check, and when I got the report, I was shocked at what he didn't tell me. I did a little bit of research over the upcoming months and found that there was an organization called the American Society of Home Inspectors, otherwise known as Ashi. I reached out to a member in the metropolitan Boston area who in turn was rather abrupt with me on the phone when I called him soliciting information. He said, well, there's a lot of competition. You can try it if you want, but I'm a busy man, and hung up the phone. I took that as bait. I found out they had monthly meetings. I started going to monthly chapter meetings. And little did I know that 3 years later I would be working for the gentleman who was abrupt with me on the phone. Probably one of the best mentors that anybody could ever ask. Taught me not only the business side, but the interpretation side and how to analyze situations in a building.
And how do you see your influence in this profession now and in the future?
As the treasurer, I have some input with regards to financial expenditures within the organization. I think it's key that all of us that are at this point in our life and career open the door for the younger people, otherwise known as the millennials. They are frequently not included in the conversations, and I think that's a downfall. I'd like to see more of them involved. I'd like to see more of their input into what the organization does. I would hope to be at least partially successful with another tour as the treasurer for Ashi. Thank you for your time.